What's up, guys? It's your boy, the Piscean Predator, back with some more TPP True Crime Talk, and we can go ahead and cover Murdaugh Trial, baby. So today in the trial, we saw the first round of questioning for the detectives and the crime scene analysis. Basically, it was more of this, just them laying out the chessboard, man. Honestly, there's questions, that wasn't too deep. It was basically just lining out the procedures and the crime scene investigators and the lab, the state lab basically went through and they laid it all out, and then not only they lay out, what happened when they showed up on the scene. Man, today, dude, I am having a rough time shooting these videos. This is like the fourth time I've tried to run this video, and I'm just tripping over words. I think I'm upset from that the Tyree Nichols video that I just shot. That was upsetting. But anyways, we'll get back to this Murdaugh case. So they called, like I said, the detective and crime scene analysis individual that works for SLED, which is their state crime scene investigation unit. And they just basically laid out what they did, showing up on the scene, and then the interview they had with Murdaugh, and they laid all that out, and then they went ahead and went into the evidence, and they entered, their evidence. The prosecution entered their evidence, and for the trial. And that's basically all we really got today. So it was basically like they were just setting up the chessboard. We heard a little bit of information, like I said, through the questioning of from prosecution and defense for the detectives and the crime scene analysis specialist. So it wasn't a super exciting day in court. I guess the nerd in me found it kind of interesting. Most people would find it boring, but watching the prosecution and the defense play chess, setting that chessboard up, and it's awesome, dude. The psychology that these lawyers have in going back and forth at each other and making sure to if somebody tries to basically just brush over evidence or something that was done at the crime scene, if defense tries to brush it over in a way that makes the whole thing seem insignificant, prosecution comes back and does a great job at clearing up and making the defense's attempt at downplaying whatever the evidence or the situation is, just clowning them. So as of right now, prosecution seems to have the upper hand in this case. They on top of it, man. I haven't seen them slip one time. So yeah, this defense, man, they definitely gonna need to step it up in the next couple days, now that we've got the first law enforcement and detectives and crime scene analysis questioned, and evidence has been brought in and admitted into the trial. I think it'll start getting more interesting now. We're gonna really see some back and forth. So far I'm pretty impressed with the witnesses, though. They've all been really on point, very professional, no tripping over words. The defense, they try to mock one of the detectives today, calling her, saying that because she had given her previous experience with law enforcement and what brought her into law enforcement, and she talked about being a true crime nerd, and this dude tried to basically downplay her, I don't know, her ability to do her job because of the fact that she was previously a true crime nerd. So the fact that she was a true crime nerd and she decided to go into the field that she was interested in, that's supposed to be a negative. I don't know, it was kind of stupid. But I don't know, I guess it takes some, I fish, man, so I'm pretty patient, so I guess that's why I can watch these trials and just watch the slow psychological manipulations and breakdown of the whole case with well, not the detectives, but the prosecution and the defense. It's entertaining for me. But anyways, guys, kind of not much happening with that. This evidence that was brought in today was evidence that I wasn't expecting. So they brought in the seat belt, which the seatbelt is pretty interesting, because if they got that seatbelt, then it actually does have blood on it. that shows that at one point he had blood on him when he got in that truck to go back to the house, or he claimed he went back to the house. There's missing time. So he supposedly had called 911 while he was on the phone with 911. He supposedly went back to the house to get a firearm for protection. But from the 911 call, the end of the 911 call, I believe, till first responder showed up, was around 20 minutes. So there's no telling how much time had passed between whatever happened to his wife and son and him calling, and then from the time that he had, let 911 dispatch know that he was going up to the house to retrieve a firearm for protection. There's just a lot of time that things could have went awry. Things could have, happened. So that's the importance of that seatbelt. So he supposedly was clean. Everybody showed up on the scene, first responders, law enforcement, said he was clean, but yet if they find blood on that seatbelt, that would show that he had blood on him before he had gotten that truck to drive up to the house. So more than likely, if there's blood on that, that means that he went and showered. And why would there even be blood on it if he didn't have blood on him? He shouldn't have blood on him if he's not the one that shot and killed the wife and the son. And because for him to have blood on him, he would have had to have got it off of touching them or shooting them, blood splatter. And by all accounts, law enforcement that showed up said he was absolutely clean. So make that make sense. Okay. Also, they're saying that they've retrieved ballistics, like empty casings, right, from the scene, and then they also retrieved the 300 blackout casings at the scene, but they also retrieved 300 blackout full cartridges from 2 different locations on the property, both the house and the cabin. And the interesting thing is that the 300 blackout, I believe that they found the empty casings are mixed. I don't think they're all the same, which is strange because when they went in to look at what he had, it was mixed. So I'm wondering if there was reloading going, if they can find that maybe all the same projectile was using these bullets that could match it all up. But either way, this is madness, and I can't wait for it to all roll out, man. But I'll get back to you when we hear some more. It's your boy, the Pipe.